Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from cold, windy, rainy, beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be the Great Expectations. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So the Great Expectations, these were placed on you from the minute you met the narcissist. These expectations, they got higher and higher as the relationship developed. And throughout the relationship, you were expected to give of yourself, and I will jump into so many reasons why. But before I do, let's go back in time. When you met this person who turned out to be a narcissist, you did not know what narcissism was. You just thought most likely that most people on the planet were similar to you. They're not. That most people thought like you do. They don't. And that most people had your best interest at heart. 100% that's not true. Now you entered this relationship. Let's say it was business, it was a neighbor, coworker, lover, acquaintance, part of a community that or organization you're a member of. You trusted that this person was going to be the person that they portrayed themselves to be. And soon enough, you entered the euphoric / love bomb stage, which meant you were the flavor of the month, and they were singing your praises, and things were going really well. And you're like, wow, this person's really a nice person. They're similar to me. Exactly, because that person who turned out to be the narcissist was manipulating you, and they were looking to hit your weak spots and to take advantage of your kindness, your empathy, your love, your energy, your resources. They were looking to devour you and to take from you. Now, when this happened, they learned all about you. They learned about what made you tick, about your past relationships, about what your experiences were, your insight, your wisdom, your hobbies, what you like to do, everything about you, what made you you. They did their homework about you, and they were asking a lot of questions, and they were trying to figure out exactly how they could break you down. In other words, how they could act like the wolf in sheep's clothing that they are and get you to give of yourself. This is where the expectations enter. You see, in a healthy relationship, you give because you want to give, and the other individual does the same. It's a reciprocal relationship. It's two people helping each other out, and they're headed towards the same goals, the same dreams or aspirations, or they're helping when they can, and there is no expectation there. In a narcissistic relationship, you are expected to do so many things for the narcissist, to lift them up high in the pedestal to the detriment of yourself. Example, let's take financial resources. If you were financially abused, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Most likely in the relationship, you were paying for things, perhaps vacations or mortgages or cars or clothes or events or dinners, whatever you want to say. And the narcissist was claiming that they did not have much money or any money at all while you were footing the bill. And you did this for a period of time until you realized, wait a minute, something's going on here. And that most likely was in the devaluation stage, when you realize that you're the one that's giving, and it's expected that you do give. While this person who turns out to be the narcissist, they're not giving, they're not contributing, they're taking. But yet, if you did not contribute, then they would have a rage fit or stonewall you or give you the silent treatment, or on and on and on, because the expectations had already been placed. Remember, when you entered the relationship, you sensed each other, and you thought you were in a healthy relationship with someone who would be just similar to you, or someone that would at least be contributing to the relationship, not trying to tear it down. Every narcissistic relationship is built on misinformation. It's built on a disguise. It's built on cloak and dagger. It's built on manipulation and deceit and destruction on the narcissist's part, because the narcissist never wants you to figure out who they are. And that is exactly how they entered the relationship, wearing a mask, tricking you and trapping you in the relationship, perhaps having you fall in love with them. Who knows? Perhaps signing a deal in the business workplace with them. But the point is, the expectations were high, and it was expected that you would be the person who gave and contributed, while the narcissist was doing whatever they were doing, most likely looking for your replacement. Yes, tough love, but it's true. Because keep this in mind, the narcissist does not have just one source of supply. They have multiple sources of supply in multiple countries around the globe. That's why they're on their smartphone so frequently, or one of their many smartphones. They're literally looking for your replacement or getting supply at all hours of the day and the night. That's what they're doing. They're testing the water. They are seeing if anyone will take the bait, if anyone will fall into the same trap that you fell into and listen to the false narrative of the narcissist. And remember this, when you were in the devaluation stage, you were expected to be walking around on eggshells. You were expected to be experiencing poor behavior and tolerating it, not calling the narcissist out and say, hey, what is that? Who treats people like that? Like, you just disrespected me. Like, what are you doing? No, you're expected to tolerate the disrespect, and you're expected to tolerate the poor behavior, and you're expected to do everything. Basically, one of the biggest expectations for this video is you're expected to put your life on hold and stay in the narcissistic fog as long as you can, so you can be the puppet and the pawn of the narcissist, and all of your resources can be taken from you while you can't do anything about it other than work harder for the relationship and keep spinning around on that hamster wheel working for the narcissist while they are literally treating you worse and worse day in and day out, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, possibly. This is a very difficult pill to swallow, but it's real because the expectations were in place. In other words, watch this one. Let's take a very basic example. Let's say you were going to have dinner with the narcissist and you wanted to go to an Indian restaurant, which is my favorite, by the way. And let's say that somebody else, that the narcissist wanted to go to get some other kind of food. What would you do? Well, early on, you probably went to have Indian food because that was when you were in the euphoric / love bomb stage and you could make decisions, although that was shortly lived because once you entered the evaluation stage, Indian was off, it was gone. You can't have Indian food, there's no way. We're gonna do what I want to do, and it was expected that you would succumb to the narcissist wishes wherever the narcissist wanted to have dinner. Very basic example. Same thing with airlines. You're flying first class, business, or coach. Well, maybe you're accustomed to flying coach, but they want to be flying in business or first class, and you don't have the money, but it's expected that you're going to rack up the credit card bills to accommodate them so they can fly in a higher class, and you're just like being financially abused. Other expectations are, it's expected that when they text you, that you reply or respond immediately. You're on guard, on call. Yes, you must reply. You must do this. But if they text you, if you text them, it's expected that they're gonna make you wait, perhaps hours, perhaps not even respond to you at all. See, that's tolerating poor behavior. That's abuse. That's manipulation. That is the narcissist knowing exactly what they're doing. The expectations are limitless in these relationships, but I can assure you, one thing is the expectations are all placed on you to tolerate the poor behavior, believing you will get to that breadcrumb of love bomb or head back to the euphoric stage for a period of time. And that's exactly what they do. They give you that little sliver of hope along the way in the relationship, having you think that they've changed or they're improving or that things are going better. And then boom, as soon as you get comfortable, what happens? No, expectations are gone. They're thrown out the window, and there you go again. You're getting the silent treatment for days on end. The expectations are so insurmountable in a narcissistic relationship. Eventually, something happens. Either you get discarded, you end the relationship yourself, or you are so beaten down, you stay in the relationship and you live in the narcissistic fog, which is not a place to be. For those of you that were in narcissistic relationships, you know what that means, what that is like. It's a zombie-like, trance-like state where you can't make a decision, because if you do, it's not going to be good enough and it will be flipped, it will be overturned. If you don't make a decision, the same thing. Why don't you make the decision? You can't win. It is not a good space to be, and that's where most likely most of the toxicity is when you experience it in the narcissistic fog. That's when you couldn't figure out if you were coming or going, what was left or right, what was up or down. You couldn't do anything. You were just a pawn. And every time you put your foot down and said something like, hey, I think tonight we should go get pizza or whatever, and let's get pepperoni on it instead of mushrooms. But guess what would happen? It wouldn't be that way, would it? No, it wouldn't. Because it was expected. You were so beaten down, you were so broken down, it was expected you just succumb to whatever the narcissist wanted because it would be easier that way. And eventually what happens is you become so silent and so quiet, you don't voice your opinion because it's just easier to not say things to the narcissist, to let them know about their poor behavior or to let them know that they're making mistakes and this isn't good for you or anyone in the relationship, but you don't do it because it's easier to be silent. And that's exactly where the narcissist wants you. They want you as nothing more than an extension of them. Someone who will not speak up, someone who will not stand up for themselves, someone who won't have a backbone. That's what they love. That is why, most likely, if you were discarded, it was because you stood up for yourself finally. You had enough. You reached the threshold and you said, wait, something's wrong here. I keep giving and giving and giving, and all the expectations are on me. And all you're doing is taking and taking and taking, and you don't do anything to contribute. What's going on here? And if you did that, boom, next day, discard or rage fit, whatever you want. But that is exactly how these relationships end most times. And when that ends, believe me when I tell you, your replacement has already been lined up. It's just a matter of time, because every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. And you, most likely using that example, had reached the threshold. You stood up for yourself, you said something, and the narcissist is like, perfect, this is a great opportunity. I'll blow up the relationship right now. I already have my new supply lined up in the background, and I will isolate this person, which turned out to be you, and you will be on your own spinning. And that is exactly where they want you. They want you not knowing anything. They want you not get closure. They want to act as if you never existed. They want to wipe you off the face of the planet. It's true. They just want to erase you. Why? Because it's easier for them, because they can't introspect and they're not accountable. And the expectations that were placed on you are now placed on the new supply. And the cycle goes on and on and on until you remove yourself from the toxic narcissistic relationship and you heal and you learn and you grow and you teach if you can. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from rainy, cold, windy Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great evening. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware, and understand that any expectations placed on you, they should be by you and for you. That no expectations should be placed on you from another individual. It's not healthy. It's not good. You should expect the best of yourself and contribute to the planet in the best capability you have. Guys, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. I love you. Have a great evening. And remember, you are not alone. You are beautiful, you are abundant, and you are blessed. I will talk to you soon. Have a great evening no matter where you are. I am going to go inside and get warm by the fire. Love you guys. Bye.